God gave us the ability to function in our identity. Okay, all right, all right, all right. God gave us the ability to function in our identity. Do you not know that God approved who you are through your fingerprints? The church stayed home. God sealed you through your fingerprints. No two sets of fingerprints are alike. They can copy you, but they'll never be you. Almost done. So with the fingerprints, God was saying that the work that I gave you with your hands was specific for you. Okay? So you don't have to try and be like other people. But you use what you have to make it work for you. Okay. Yeah. So I can't take what you have and make it work for you. All right. Let me repeat it. I can't take what you have and make it work for you. You have to work what you have in order for it to work for you. Because God tailor-made your calling for you and for a specific purpose. Let me tell you this. Years ago, Daddy took me to a tailor. He took me to a tailor, and when I started wearing suits, he took me to a tailor and introduced me to the tailor. Still to this day, we have the same tailor. We have the same tailor, and our tailors, they know how we like our suits. They know how we like our suits. They know how we like the length of our pants. So when I go in there to get measured, the tailor doesn't tailor my clothes with my father's measurements. Okay, that went over your head. You'll get it tomorrow when you wake up. The tailor doesn't tailor my clothes. He doesn't cut it to fit my father's measurements. He uses my measurements. And if he uses my father's measurements, my clothes wouldn't fit. Well, even though, and this is what I'm trying to tell you, even though God is our tailor, he is our creator, he is our master, he is not going to measure us with each other's callings and purpose, but he'll give us a measure of gifts, a measure of tools that are specific for us to succeed in God. Brings me to my text, because I told you I'm getting out of here. God spoke to Moses. God spoke to Moses. I'm seeing things. God spoke to Moses through a burning bush in Exodus chapter 3. Vince, I'm trying to get through this sermon. Pray for me. He spoke to Moses through a burning bush. The angel came down, and then the Spirit of God lit the bush on fire, but the bush was not consumed. So God began to speak through Moses through the burning bush. And he said, I want you to go to Egypt and tell my people, I have heard their cries and seen their affliction. Stop right here. Now let me tell you, God sees your, oh my God, he knows your affliction. I know it doesn't seem like it right now. I know some of y'all are going through some hardship. You're going through some pain. You're going through some trials. But God is saying, I heard your cry and I see your affliction. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy is do I got a church in here that knows that joy is coming? And I'm going to lift up your hands and say, I got my joy. What am I trying to tell you? You ain't in this by yourself. You may seem like you're being afflicted and persecuted and cast down and destroyed, but God is there with you. Vicky, God is saying this: I will never leave you nor forsake you. Even though things around you may be crumbling, you may not know how to pay your bills, rent may be a little bit too high, your car may have got repossessed, but God is saying that I still hear your cries, I see your affliction, but you got to hang on in there, baby, because your joy is coming. You got to count it all joy. Do I got anybody in here that's been through a little hell and high water, but you know your joy is coming? I need you to tap your neighbor on the shoulder and say, neighbor, my joy is coming. My joy is coming. My joy is coming. That's why I got to celebrate them now. I can't wait until the battle is over, but I got to shout right now. I got to give them glory right now. I gotta lift them up right now. I hear the Spirit saying that he's going to turn your sorrow into joy. Is there anybody in here that's looking for God to reverse your situation? I mean, some of y'all just acting too bougie for me. But is there anybody in here that knows that God is going to reverse your situation? What the devil meant for evil, God, he meant it unto my good. Because I know the thoughts that I think towards you are thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Is there anybody in here that knows what the devil thrown at you? It shall not prosper, but I'm stepping over it. I'm leaping over it. I'm going over it. I'm jumping over it, because the joy of the Lord is my strength. Is there anybody in here? I need you to open up your big mouth and say, I got joy coming. Take your seats. I'm sorry, that was for me.